Hello everyone, this is Dals Colina. Today, I'd like to show you a place called Classic Remise Berlin. It's a former tram depot in the Moabit district of Berlin that's been restored and turned into a hub for classic car culture. I actually discovered it by chance while looking for sightseeing spots in Berlin. I've always been a fan of vintage car designs, so once I found out about this place, I just had to visit. The building was originally constructed between 1899 and 1901 as a tram depot called Betriebshof Moabit. After tram service was discontinued in 1964, the site was abandoned for a while. Renovation began in 2002 and it reopened in 2003 under the name Meilenwerk Berlin. Since 2010, it has been operating under its current name, Classic Remise Berlin. What I loved is that it didn't feel like a typical static museum. The smell of engine oil, the active workshops, and the overall lively atmosphere really brought the place to life. It's often described as a mix between a museum, a garage, an exhibition hall, and even a car chapel. That makes sense. And many people say that it's one of the world's finest collections of vintage and classic cars. The entry is always free, but if you want a guided tour, you need to book it in advance and pay a fee. There are 88 transparent glass boxes where privately owned classic cars can be stored. And the facility also houses more than 30 specialist businesses, including restoration and repair workshops, parts shops, model car, and vintage clothing stores, mechanics, and even insurance and maintenance service providers. As I was walking around, I thought, maybe I'll try to pick my favorite car. But in the end, I just couldn't decide. They are all beautiful, but each one felt just a tiny bit off in some way. So I started thinking, maybe I need to design my own. After checking everything out, I headed back outside. And I noticed there is a dining area and a beer garden over there. Apparently, you can even enjoy a meal at the restaurant while looking out over the car displays. So that was my visit to Classic Remise Berlin. It was such a treat for my eyes to see all those beautiful and stylish classic cars. Then, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Tschüssi!